Welcome to Akshar Online Classes. This is Physics Sir, your Physics faculty. Let's start our session. In the last class, we completed about displacement, distance, and speed. Today, we will going to explain about velocity, and with that, after that velocity, we will talk about terms related to velocity, and next we will discuss acceleration. This is what I thought to explain today. So okay, I will start here. Now this is the acceleration. What is mean by acceleration? The rate of change in velocity is equal to what? Delta V by delta t. Delta V means change in velocity. Delta t is nothing but time taken. Delta V is nothing but change in velocity. Delta t is nothing but time taken. See, delta V is a vector quantity, since acceleration also vector quantity. Okay, delta V is a vector quantity, even acceleration also vector quantity. Write down. So acceleration is a vector quantity. Acceleration is a vector quantity. When acceleration is a vector quantity, what is the direction of this acceleration? The direction of the acceleration is in the direction of change in velocity. In the direction of change in velocity. In the direction of change in velocity. So this is what I thought to discuss. Since once again I am repeating the acceleration. The acceleration means the rate of change in velocity. And the general formula for acceleration is what? Delta V by delta t. And acceleration is a vector quantity, and the direction of the acceleration is in the direction of change in velocity. And next, the units for acceleration. The units for acceleration, units for acceleration. The units for acceleration is meter per second square. The units for acceleration is meter per second square. Even we can write centimeter per second square. This is how you can define the units and formula and statement. So this is related about acceleration. But in this case, look at here this term. This term is very important. That is change in velocity. If you know the change in velocity, it is easy to know the acceleration. Since let's talk about first change in velocity. Now I'll explain about change in velocity. Write down change in velocity. Better write down change in velocity. So change in velocity. What is mean by change in velocity? Change in velocity we represent here as delta V bar. So delta V bar means final velocity bar minus initial velocity vector. Final velocity vector minus initial velocity vector. So here, how do you know in different situation, how do you find a change in velocity? Let us take. Okay, what is the thing? How do you find in different situation this change in velocity? I'll explain this with an example, some examples. Let's take one example. Example number one. Look at here. A particle started at here, moving in a upward direction or north direction with a speed of with a velocity of 2 meters per second. Okay, the particle started at A and moving north direction with 2 meters per second. With 2 meters per second, the object is moving. Next, suddenly it changed the direction to east, traveled with 4 meters per second speed. Suddenly it changed into east direction and moving with 2 meters per second speed, 2 meters per second velocity. Now in this case, what going to be your change in velocity? What going to be your change in velocity? Yeah, the change in velocity will be, write down change in velocity will be delta V. Delta V is equal to V final minus V initial. The V final you can write as a, first of all write down V final, velocity final. Final velocity, it is acting in a east direction, it is moving in a east direction. When it is moving in a east direction, in the east direction you can write as a 4 into I cap. Why 4 into I cap? Here actually velocity is a vector quantity. Any vector quantity we can represent with the magnitude and its direction. So write down a simple point, write down vector always represent as magnitude and magnitude into unit vector. The vector always represented as magnitude into unit vector. By using this formula, I am representing final velocity vector as magnitude into direction. So magnitude is 4 meter per second, and the direction of the this 4 meter per second is x direction. In the x direction, unit vector is I, so that I am multiplying with 4 into I. This is showing that final velocity vector. Similar way, find initial velocity vector. Initial velocity vector is Vi bar. Vi bar is equal to 4 into Vi bar is equal to, here Vi bar means initial velocity vector. Initially the object having 2 meter per second speed, 2 meter per second velocity in north direction. You can take north direction as a x-axis. When it is north direction as a x-axis, then you can represent initial velocity vector as 2 into j. Why 2 into j here? 2 is a magnitude of the magnitude of the velocity, and j is the direction. So this is how we can represent the initial velocity vector, and this is how you can represent the final velocity vector. So this initial velocity vector, final velocity vector, you can substitute in the change in velocity. Then the change in velocity vector you will get as final velocity vector minus initial velocity vector. This is represents change in velocity. Then how do you find its magnitude? How do you find its magnitude? You can find its magnitude of velocity by using you can find the magnitude of velocity by using under root of 4 square plus 2 square. You can find the magnitude of velocity under root of 4 square plus 2 square. Then the change in velocity magnitude is 4 square is 16 plus 2 square is 4, since root 20 meter per second is your change in velocity. This is how you can find the change in velocity direction in the given situation. When the particle is moving initially towards north direction, suddenly change the direction towards the east direction with 4 meter per second. In this case, how do you find the change in velocity? First you can find the change in velocity as a final velocity minus initial velocity. Find the final velocity vector and initial velocity vector, substitute in this change in velocity formula, then you get the formula, the answer as root 20 meter per second. So this is what change in velocity. Next let's take one more situation. The one more situation is, this is example 2. This is example 2. Let's take a object is moving in a circular path. Object moving in a circular path. I will go with other slide. Example number 2. Example number 2. The object moving in a circular path. This is the way the object moving in a circular path. So this is the center of the circular path. This is the center of the circular path. Now particles started at here. The radius of the circular path is let's take as 10 meters. The radius of the circular path is, you can take as 10 meters. The particle started at here. It is the initial position. The particle has a velocity 2 meters per second. Initially the particle has velocity along this direction. It is how much? 2 meters per second. And it is moving along this path. It reached to exactly opposite position. In this case, its velocity act downward direction. The velocity act downward direction, which is equal to 2 meters per second only, because the object moving with a uniform circular motion. When the object moving in a uniform circular motion, everywhere its speed is constant. So at this position, speed act in this direction. At this position, speed is act downward direction. Now my question is, in this case, what is the change in velocity? In this case, what is the change in velocity? You know, change in velocity formula is delta V by delta V. Delta V bar. Delta V bar is equal to final velocity bar minus initial velocity bar. Delta V is nothing but what? Final velocity bar minus initial velocity bar. So here, first you can find final velocity, initial velocity. Then after you can substitute in this relation. Then you get change in velocity. So first let me find the initial velocity vector. Initial velocity is equal to, the initial velocity is acting in a excuse me. The initial velocity is acting in y direction. Initial velocity is acting in y direction. That you can take 2, magnitude is 2, and it is acting y direction. In the y direction, unit vector is j, so that this is your initial velocity vector. Similar way, final velocity vector is the finally we are finding it here. It is acting downward direction, but with same 2 meters per second magnitude, so that I can write 2 meters, but it is acting negative j direction, so you can write minus 2j. This is initial velocity vector, this is final velocity vector. Now the change in velocity is final velocity minus initial velocity. Final velocity is minus 2j, initial velocity is 2j, totally change in velocity is minus 4j. This is your change in velocity when an object moving in a circular path. So write down, this is the change in velocity and the object moving in a circular path. With the same data, even you can find in another problem. You can take another problem with the same data. That is, with the same data, you can write. You can do other problem. That is example number 3. You can take one more problem by using the same data. For suppose the particle started at here and traveling with 2 meters per second velocity and shifted to other position at here. This point you can take as a C. Particle started at here and reached to point C. In this duration, what is the change in velocity? In this, between these 2 points, what is the change in velocity of the object? So just now, change in velocity, to find the change in velocity, you must know the direction. At A position, the direction of the particle is the direction of the velocity of particle is upward direction. At here, the direction of the velocity of the particle is along this direction. So that magnitude is what? 2 meters per second. So by using these two things, you can find the change in velocity. Just now we told that change in velocity as final velocity vector minus initial velocity vector. First find out initial velocity vector. Initial velocity vector is 2 into magnitude is 2 and its direction is j direction. So this is 2j become initial velocity vector. final velocity vector is, it is moving with 2 meter per second magnitude and in its direction of negative x direction, so that I can take I. Now you have initial velocity vector, you have final velocity vector, then you can find change in velocity vector as 2 final minus initial. Final is minus 2y, initial is minus 2j, so this will give the change in velocity vector. So that is how you can find change in velocity vector, by taking that same situation. Better write down. Next, so this is the way you can find the change in velocity vector. Now let's go for acceleration. We are finding till now we are finding the change in velocity because of the acceleration. Understand? Because of the acceleration we have found the change in velocity. By using the change in velocity, how do you find the acceleration? Let us see. Already I discussed acceleration as a change in velocity by time taken. To explain the acceleration, I will take one example. The example is, let me take a object. The object mass is m. The object mass is m, and it is moving in a straight line path. It is moving in a straight line path. When it is moving in a straight line path, initially its velocity is v1. Initially its velocity is, let me take as a u. Initial velocity, let me take as a u. Generally in physics, initial velocity represent with u letter, so I am using that u letter here. Same way, final, after time t, after some time its velocity, object reaches to somewhere over here. When it reaches to somewhere over here, its velocity become v. You can take this velocity as a final velocity. In general, final velocity we represent in physics as v, so I represent as a v here. Now this is initial velocity, this is the final velocity. Now what is the change in velocity here? Change in velocity bar is equal to final velocity bar minus initial velocity bar. Final velocity is v and it is moving in along x direction, so that you can take I. Initial velocity is v initial is equal to u. This is also moving x direction, so it is u into I. Then by using these two, what is change in velocity? Change in velocity vector is final velocity vector minus initial velocity vector. Simply is change in velocity vector is equal to v minus u into I. So here this v minus u represents magnitude of the change in velocity, I represents the direction of the change in velocity. But this change in velocity happened this time taken in this t time. Since I can write the acceleration as acceleration vector as acceleration is equal to delta t by t. Delta t just now we found as v minus u into I. Time taken is t. Since acceleration is equal to v minus u by t into I. So here observe one thing, this v minus u by t represents magnitude of the acceleration and the I represents the direction of the acceleration. Understand? So simply I can write magnitude as a magnitude is equal to v minus u by t. A magnitude is what? V minus u by t. This is the way we can define the acceleration formula. This is the way we can define the acceleration formula. Better take down this formula. It is very important. Many times we'll use this formula to explain or to get the solution. This formula very important. So finally acceleration is equal to what? V minus u by t. Next let's take one more term, uniform acceleration. uniform acceleration. What is mean by uniform acceleration? The uniform acceleration means any object changes its velocity, any object changes equal velocities in equal intervals of time. Any object changes equal velocities in equal intervals of time, then the acceleration said to be uniform acceleration. Understand? Once again I am repeating. Any object changing the velocity, changing the velocity in equal intervals of time, then the acceleration said to be uniform acceleration. I will take this with one example. The example is, let me take one object here. This is the object. This is the object. This object initially its velocity is 0. Initially its velocity is 0. After 1 second, the object reaches to here and its velocity become 1 meter per second. Initially its velocity is 0 meter per second. After 1 second its velocity become 1 meter per second. In this case, what is the change in velocity? Change in velocity is final velocity minus initial velocity. Final velocity is 1, initial velocity is 0, so your change in velocity is 1 meter per second. But what is the acceleration? The acceleration is final velocity minus initial velocity or change in velocity per time kada. Change in velocity by time is equal to, what is change in velocity? Change in velocity is 1, time taken is 1, since the acceleration is equal to 1 meter per second square. This is the way we can define the acceleration. This is the acceleration of the object at first situation. Next, initial velocity is 0 meter per second. After 1 second time, its velocity is 1 meter per second. Further 1 second, its velocity become 2 meter per second. Further 1 second, its velocity become 2 meter per second. In this case, what is the change in velocity and what is the acceleration? The change in velocity in this case is 2 minus 1. Why 2 minus 1? We are talking about second situation, second part of the journey. What is the second part of the journey? 1 meter per second to 2 meter per second is the second part of the journey. In this journey, final velocity you can take 2 meter per second, initial velocity you can take 1 meter per second. So final velocity minus initial velocity, you will get change in velocity, that is equal to 1 meter per second. This 1 meter per second change happened in this 1 second. Since acceleration you can write change in velocity per unit time, since 1 by 1 it is equal to 1 meter per second square. In this case also you have the acceleration as 1 meter per second. In before case also you have acceleration as 1 meter per second. And let's take one more second of the journey. In one more second, the object gain the speed as 3 meter per second. The object gains in one more second, its gain as 3 meter per second. In third part of the journey, again what going to be your acceleration? Let us find. In that, first find out change in velocity. Change in velocity is 3 minus 2, that is equal to 1 meter per second, and acceleration is equal to 1 by 1, which is equal to 1 meter per second square. In this part of the journey also we have the acceleration as 1 meter per second square. In all the 1 second, the acceleration is same, which means the object changing the velocity, equal change in the velocity in equal intervals of time, since this object moving with uniform acceleration. Why it is uniform acceleration? Because everywhere the acceleration is remains the same. In first second, in second second, in third second, and so on, n seconds also the object velocity, the object acceleration is remains same. Whatever the object is having the body is remains same, then we can say the object moving with uniform acceleration. This is how we can say uniform acceleration. When the object is moving with uniform acceleration, we can define the equations of motion. When the object is moving with a uniform acceleration, we can define equation of motion. Let's derive the equation of motion when the object is moving with uniform acceleration. So let's go for the next slide. Equations of motion. Equations of motion. Equations of motion for uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration. Equations of motion for uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration means the acceleration for every second is remains the same. Now for the situations, what are the equations of motion? Let's see. For first equation is v is equal to u plus 8. This is the first equation of motion. But how do you derive this first equation of motion? You can derive this first equation of motion by using the formula acceleration. Just now I explained the acceleration formula, that is a is equal to delta v by delta t. A is equal to delta v by delta t, or a is equal to delta v by t. Now to explain that, I'll take a physical situation. The physical situation is a object is here. Initially its velocity is u. It is moving in a straight path. When it is moving in a straight path, after some time t, its velocity become v. When this velocity become v, I have to express this velocity or final velocity. How do you express this final velocity? We can express this final velocity by using this first equation of motion. But how do you got this first equation of motion? We got the first equation of motion by using the formula acceleration. So in this acceleration, what is change in velocity? Change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity. Final velocity for this situation is v. Initial velocity for the situation is u. Time taken for the change in velocity is t. Since a is equal to v minus u by t, you will get. From rearrange this relation, if you rearrange this relation, at is equal to v minus u, then from this expression v is equal to u plus at. So this is your first equation of motion for constant acceleration or uniform acceleration. This is the first equation of motion for constant acceleration. This is a formula in terms of magnitude. The same thing in terms of, you can write vector form, that is v bar is equal to u bar plus a bar into t. So this is your vector form of first equation of motion. This is a scalar form of first equation of motion. Okay, this is how I explained the equation of motion. Still you have two more equations of motion. The two more equations of motion will explain in the coming classes. For today we will stop the session. Next class will continue the part. So bye for today.